Oh, namaste, everyone. Thanks for coming this morning. Let's find a comfortable seat. You can sit on top of a pillow or on top of a folded blanket and just nestle your sitting bones down by rocking them side to side for a moment. And then finding that center point between the two sitting bones and letting both of the sitting bones drop. Drawing your awareness to your tailbone. Just imagining where the tip of your tailbone might be. And then scanning the spine from the tip of the tailbone all the way up the spine through the crown of the head. And imagine that the energy of the spine or the light of the spine keeps going up through the crown of the head into the sky. Good morning, Diana. Welcome. You can kind of find that perfect alignment for your spine where you're not leaning forward or leaning back. And begin to notice your natural breath. So without changing your breath at all, noticing the natural rhythm and quality of your breath. How long does it take you to naturally inhale or exhale? What does the quality of your breath feel like? We'll begin to deepen this natural breath. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose. As you inhale, send your breath down into the belly so that the belly might even puff forward like a balloon on your inhales. And on your exhales, the belly will relax, soften. You're inhaling a little bit more than your natural breath. And maybe you're exhaling a little bit more at the bottom of your breath. And begin to notice that each time that you inhale and the belly puffs forward, the ribs also expand and the chest expands. And as you exhale, everything slowly releases. See if you can slow your exhale down a little bit more. Good, everyone. Let's add the ujjayi, contracting the throat slightly so you can hear your breath. And this gives you a little bit more control over how fast and how deep you breathe. Your breath will start to sound like the ocean floor. And we'll keep this breath throughout our practice today. This is called Dirga and Ujjayi. Ujjayi is the sound, and Dirga is that filling of the belly, ribs, and chest on the inhale and that slow release on the exhale. Let's keep this breath as we bring the palms together at the heart, creating a sense of centeredness, maybe even a sense of gratitude, reverence. And picking one thing that you're grateful for this morning or this evening, if it's evening where you are. And we'll dedicate our practice today to this gratitude. And I'll ring the bells for you 3 times. You can allow this gratitude to circulate as you listen. Let's keep this breath as we come lying onto the back. Letting your legs release out long for a moment. Letting the palms face down. Keep listening and feeling the quality of your breath as you allow the back of the body to melt into the earth. And just taking a moment to integrate everything that's happened this week, any effort that I may have taken in getting here this morning, in showing up. And when you're ready, begin to wiggle the toes. And begin to circle the ankles. Reach the arms up over the head, circling the wrists. And going in each direction. And interlace your fingers and place them underneath the head and neck. And your thumbs can press into that spot where the head and the neck meet. This is a great little de-stress button, just putting a little bit of gentle pressure there. Go ahead and flex your feet so your toes are pointing up towards the sky. And gaze at the toes. And drawing your belly button down towards the spine. On your next exhale, draw your left knee towards your chest and let your right foot hover over the ground. And draw your right elbow towards your left knee and then switch. And just letting your breath coordinate however feels comfortable. Good, last one. And pause with the right knee bent, lower your left leg down. Take your head down, take your arms out into a T, take this right knee across the body into a twist. You can even hold it down with your left hand and begin to circle your right arm up and around. Fingertips brush the floor and they brush the body. Lubricating and opening this whole shoulder joint, the intercostal muscles of the ribs. And go the other way. And eventually reach this right arm away from the knee, letting your head spill away. And unwind, hugging this right knee into the chest with your back on the earth. See if you can lengthen your left leg even more. Draw your nose towards your right knee. You can blow it a kiss or even try to make contact, giving the leg a kiss. And switch legs. And this left knee comes across the body into a twist. Good, and circle this left arm up and around. Notice the whole shoulder joint and rib cage opening and loosening. And going the other way. Eventually, let this left arm reach away from the knee. Head spills away from the knee as well. Deepen your breath a little bit more. Can you find more space on the inhale and more relaxation on the exhale, letting go? Unwinding, hugging this left knee into the chest. See if you can lengthen your right leg even more as you hug your knee upwards. Tuck the chin, nose and knee are drawing towards each other. Creating positive energy through body love. So just sending it a kiss. Let it go. Beautiful. Let both hands come down to the earth. Bend the knees so the soles of the feet come to the earth in front of each sitting bone. Begin to inhale as you arch your back, pressing your sitting bones down into the earth. And then exhale as you sink your back down into the ground and you tilt the tailbone up towards the sky slightly. Good. Inhale. And exhale, going at your own pace. And on your next exhale, you can press into the feet a little bit and lift the sitting bones off the ground, just slightly. Inhale to arch. Exhale to gently lift. And each time you might lift a tiny bit higher. Eventually, when you're ready, you can lift into bridge and stay there, inching your shoulders towards each other. Maybe the hands even interlace and press down. Otherwise, just keep your hands on the floor. Notice how your breath is able to find new spaces in this pose. And let's inhale together and press into the feet a tiny bit more. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, reach your right leg up, holding onto it. Your left knee is still bent, drawing your nose and your leg towards each other. Hands can come to the thigh or the back of the calf. Good, and if you'd like to, you can press into that left foot, lift the hips ever so slightly off the ground. Some of you might like to hold the toes instead. Whatever feels good. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's really just about finding that place where you're still comfortable and you can breathe, but you have a sense of opening. You have a sense of that something's happening here. Good. Lower the hips down if they were up. Release the right leg. Lower the head. Lift your left foot up to the sky. Drawing this left leg inward as you draw the nose towards the leg. Stay right here. This might be perfect. If you're looking for more, press into the right foot. The hips and the low back start to hover over the ground. And some of you might prefer to try the toes. Whatever works. On an exhale, let it down. Foot releases, head releases. Hug both knees in. Rocking them side to side. Allow your knees to start to open, like you're hugging each knee towards each armpit. And stay right at center with this, breathing. You can send your breath down into the groin. If you'd like a little bit more, flex your feet and hold on to the outside edges of each foot. And your knees are going to come down towards the armpits as the soles of the feet face the sky, happy baby. I'll tell you, this used to be my absolute least favorite pose. Now it's one of my favorites. It's always good to take a moment, send some breath into a pose that you might not love. Bring the soles of the feet together, holding on to them, lifting the head. Good, and lower the soles of the feet. They stay together, lower them down. Your hands can rest on the thighs for a moment. Head releases, 3 breaths here. Let's exhale through the mouth slowly. Imagine yourself melting and sinking on the exhales. Any stress releasing. Let's take the right knee and let it rest on the left knee. So you're rolling to your left side. Bring your hands to the ground and then start to gaze towards the back of your mat so that your forearms are on the ground or your hands are on the ground and you're twisting. Send your breath down into the low belly, into this twist. And you can tuck the chin, lengthening the back of the neck. Come back to that imagery of the light of the spine from the tailbone all the way up through the crown and beyond. Releasing any tension on the breath, releasing any tension in the jaw. And let's begin to gaze over our left shoulder, completing the twist a little bit more. And gently unwinding. Coming to the other side, knees fall to the right. Hands or forearms come down to the earth. Relax the jaw. Let go of any hard edges or tension on the breath. Tuck the chin, imagine that light in the spine. Let's complete the twist a little bit more by gazing over the right shoulder. And see if you can feel this all the way down in the lower spine. Good. This time to come out, we're going to come onto the belly. So you can actually straighten your legs and come onto your belly with your forearms on the ground. Draw your legs together, pressing the legs, the tops of the feet, and the pubic bone down into the earth. Spread your fingers wide As you press into the elbows and the forearms, begin to draw them back, like down towards your hips as you reach your heart forward. Shoulders glide down the back, you're lengthening. And press maybe a tiny bit more into the toes, like the tops of the feet, and the pubic bone, and your knees might even be hovering over the ground. Stay here or glide your hands to where your elbows were and press the hands into the earth, lifting the heart up off the floor. Good, breathe with it. Cobra. On your next inhale, see if you can gaze up a tiny bit. On an exhale, lower the chest down. Reach your hands back like airplane wings. Lift your feet up off the floor. Good, you can keep the airplane wings or you can interlace the hands, reaching them away from the heart. Whatever you choose, keep your breath. Beautiful. Release. Place your forearms on the floor and make fists with the hands. Tuck your toes, tuck the chin. Start to tuck your ribs so that your belly lifts off the floor and your knees and toes and forearms are on the floor. Good, you can stay right here. This might be enough. If you want to, you can try lifting one knee off the floor and then switch. You're going to gain heat really fast. One knee and then the other. And then try lifting both knees for a moment. Good, lower it back down all the way onto the chest and belly. Chin touches the earth. One more time, pressing into the forearms. The heart is lifted. Tuck the toes and just stick your butt up ever so slightly so your thighs are no longer on the ground. It's your knees, forearms, and toes. Stay here, just try to lift one knee like you're straightening a leg. Good, and then switch. And then maybe try both. Your butt lifts up a little bit. And lower it down. Place the hands into the floor. Inhale, one more Cobra. Good. Exhale, bend the knees. Knees can open wide. And sink your sitting bones all the way back down towards your heels. And reach your hands forward. Let your heart come down, child's pose. Forehead rests on the earth. Remember that one moment of gratitude at the beginning of our class. Returning there, can you circulate gratitude through the body, through the energy systems, creating positive energy? On an inhale, begin to lift the gaze. Exhale, draw your hands back towards you. Let's come onto all fours, hands and knees. And I'm using a sheepskin today, but you can have your yoga mat or you can have a blanket. It doesn't really matter what you choose to work on. And let's come into a couple more cat-cows, but this time we're in tabletop. So on your inhale, tilt the sitting bones up towards the ceiling, the back arches, shoulders glide down the back, and you gaze up. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, and round the back up towards the sky. And keep going. This is a wonderful exercise, or you could call it a pose, an asana, for so many things, but a few of them are just maintaining health, maintaining wellness, even youth. This helps to release spinal fluid up the spine to the brain, and it washes the face, washing the eyes. And take one more, slowing it down. Good, and now tuck the toes, coming into neutral tabletop. So find that neutral spine. Walk your hands just 2 inches forward and spread the fingers a little bit wider. Glide your shoulders down the back and hug your armpits a little bit in towards the midline of your body. Begin to lean back, preparing for downward dog. When you're ready, press into the feet, lift the hips up to the sky. Tuck the chin. And let's walk it out, bending one knee and then the other. Just make sure that your stance feels good. So the amount of distance between your feet and your hands doesn't have to be huge. You want to feel a sense of stability and like you're creating the shape of a triangle. And begin to walk your feet up to meet the hands. Holding opposite elbows, forward fold, hanging. Can you soften a tiny bit more here, rocking it side to side or forward and back? Let the arms dangle, and let's roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Knees are soft, rolling all the way up. And when you get to the top, just glide the shoulders back in circles. Feet are hip width apart, toes gently spreading. Inhale as you sit down into imaginary chair, reach the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, belly folds first, then the heart, then the head. Inhale, flat back, gazing forward. Hands can come to the shins. Exhale, bowing down. Inhale, Utkatasana, bending the knees, sitting down as you reach up. Exhale, shoot to standing. Again, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, belly folds first. Inhale, gazing forward, flat back. Exhale, bowing. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, shoot to standing. Arms release. Inhale, Utkatasana. This time, let the arms come forward, palms facing down. and cross your left elbow underneath your right. Bend the elbows so they look like this. And either the backs of the hands can press together, or you can wiggle your left fingers and take these left fingers into your right palm. Now glide the shoulders down and forward a little bit. So you're opening that back of the heart, opening the backs of the shoulder blades. Stay here, picking a spot to gaze. If you'd like to, you can cross the left knee over the right. Sitting down, eagle pose. Remember, you can always keep both feet on the floor. There's a lot happening here. Good, smile with it. What happens if you lift the corners of the mouth? Inhale, unwind, reach it up. Exhale, interlace all your fingers except for the pointers. The pointer fingers stick up. Inhale, press down through your feet, get taller. Exhale, leaning to one side, crescent moon. Inhale to center. Keep the weight in the feet equal. Exhale, other side. Take a full breath here. Inhale to center. Exhale, arms release. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, arms come down. Right elbow comes underneath the left. Right fingertips might touch the palm of the left hand. Pick a spot to gaze as you breathe. Stay here or cross the right knee over the left. Either way, you're sitting down. Elbows are reaching forward as the sitting bones reach back. And smile with it, even if it's fake. Good, everyone. One more breath. When you're ready, open it up, release. All the fingers interlace except for the pointers. One more time, lean it to the side. Passing through center, other side. Keep equal weight in the feet. The hip will lean a little bit, but the feet are equal. Inhale to center, gaze it up, reach it up so high, little back bend happens. And reach the arms out to the sides like airplane wings flying down. Inhale, flat back, getting longer. Keep this length as you fold. And one more downward dog if you choose. You can walk those feet away from the hands into this triangle-shaped pose. Tuck the chin. Shoulders release away from the neck. And when you're ready, lower the knees down, sink it back into child's pose one more time. This time, allow the palms of the hands to face up. Staying in this pose for a couple more breaths. See if you can surrender a little bit more on your next exhale. What places in the body could soften and let go more? When we are able to soften, we're able to go a little bit deeper. And as you're ready, you can roll up. Release the sitting bones to the floor. And allow your legs to come out wide in a V. And you can take your fists behind you and just lengthen up here. And this might be enough. You might just enjoy this heart opener, opening through the chest and opening through these inner lines of the legs. Remember, you never have to do what I offer. You can always just stay here or take any pose that feels good. If you'd like to go a little deeper, you can bring your fingertips to the floor in front of you and try to keep the heart lifted, but you're just making an offering to fold forward. And when you find that spot where you can feel like there's an edge, but it's still comfortable and you can still breathe, that's your perfect spot to stay. So I think in yoga, we can get caught up in what it's supposed to look like, or that yoga means that we're flexible, and it doesn't. It's just a byproduct of, if you do this a lot, your body will remember and it will stay open longer. And you will end up being more flexible. But really the goal of yoga is finding these places of what's right for your body. And that plays out in our life too. What's right for you in this moment? What's right for the whole sometimes? And that comes to our main goal of yoga, which is being present. So we're present in this moment. We have access to intuition, access to wisdom, love. You can stay here or walk it over to the right, honoring this right leg. You're also welcome to take the right arm to the inside of the leg and reach the left arm up and over. And your left arm might be happier lifting up to the sky. Just play with it. Let any sense of what it's supposed to look like go. And then do the same thing on the left. Just play with it. Eventually bring it back to center for 1 or 2 more breaths. And release. Since the legs have been like this for a little while, let's help them out. So take your hands underneath the knees and just help them bend. Good. Nice, and we're back where we first started. Let's bring the palms together at the heart, bowing the head to the heart. And just noticing this present moment. And let's come into Shavasana Pose, final resting pose. And if you're new to Shavasana, this is a pose that we stay in for about 10 minutes, and it's a relaxation pose. So your legs can be slightly separated, and your back is on the earth, and your palms can face up. You can even tuck the shoulders down and in towards the spine to help the palms naturally face up. And some of you might like some cushioning under the knees. And you might like a blanket on top of the body, or even something covering the eyes. And so come into this pose. And I'm going to sit up and lead you through a relaxation. As I lead you through this deepening practice of being able to surrender and let go, you're welcome to completely tune me out and just rest. You're also welcome to follow my voice. You can close the eyes, relaxing both eyelids. And allow the space behind the eyes to deepen and relax. Like the weight of the eyes sink towards the back. And allow the weight of the brain to relax towards the back of the skull. And notice the right ear and any sounds that are touching the right ear. Notice the left ear and any sounds that are touching the left ear. Notice the space in between the ears. And bring your awareness to the tip of the tongue, relaxing the tip of the tongue, letting the middle of the tongue widen and get heavy. Noticing the upper lip, lower lip, lower row of teeth, upper row of teeth, and the roof of the mouth, all of the gums, relaxing the chin, the notch at the center of the neck, the right shoulder, all the way down the right arm, through the palm of the hand and the fingertips. Notice the whole right arm through the tips of the fingers. Relaxing the left arm from the shoulder all the way down through the tips of the fingers. Noticing this whole left arm. Allowing the heart to open and soften. The back of the heart relaxes. Allow this sense of gravity to feel like protection. You are protected, safe. And softening the belly and the pelvis. Slackening the whole right leg from the hip all the way down through the tips of the toes. And slackening, softening this whole left leg from the hip all the way down through the toes. And notice both legs getting heavy. Notice both arms heavy. Notice the very crown of the head. Become aware of the whole body as one. From the crown of the head and the hair, all the way to the bottoms of the feet, tips of the toes. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Inhaling a little bit more deeply. And gently rubbing the tips of the fingers with the thumb. And wiggling fingers and toes. And stretching the arms up over the head. And rolling over onto one side. And just making your way back to seated. And bringing the palms together at the heart. It doesn't matter what you're grateful for. It's the act of being grateful that creates that positive energy in the body. So anything you'd like to be grateful for now, you can begin a mantra, I am grateful for, and then whatever it is that comes up. And you can make a dedication to keep this mantra throughout your day. And I'll ring the bells for you a couple more times. Namaste means the light within me bows to the light within you. Namaste. Namaste Ginny. Namaste Juanita, Ali, Kiki, Diana, Chris. Today's Namaste.